We study history not just to learn aimlessly about the past, rather in order for us to better understand the current day. The past does not exist in a vacuum, disconnected from the present. It is important to understand history in order to determine why things are happening today and in order to take correct action and facilitate in deducing the correct stance in political line and thought. Understanding the United States today requires understanding the United States of yesterday. Using this logic, let's take a quick look at the role of supporting, enabling, and empowering Ukrainian fascists both in the past and in the current period by the United States. In an effort to attack communism and the USSR, the United States has historically supported Ukrainian fascists. As noted in this article, History Repeated, Ukraine neo-Nazis turn to old ally US for help. Quote, after the defeat of German Nazism in 1945, members of the Ukrainian nationalists and their paramilitary UPA units continued their struggle against the Soviet Union. Although the former Nazi collaborators officially dissolved the UPA in 1949, many of them joined foreign subversive groups and intelligence agencies dreaming of revenge. End quote. A link to a small, inexpensive book containing this quote and article will be linked in the description of this video. Speaking to the West's silence when Kiev passed an initiative in 2005 making it illegal to question the legitimacy of the fascist Organization of Ukrainian Nationalists and Ukrainian Insurgent Army known as the UPA, historian Grover Furr had this to say. This is nothing new. The United States permitted Ukrainian fascists to flee the Red Army to the USA, Canada, and elsewhere after the Second World War. The US CIA funded Ukrainian nationalist research groups, newspapers, and of course, spies. End quote. This support and silence to oppose Ukrainian fascists would empower them to murder and suppress political dissidents down the line. On May 1, 2014, Ukrainian fascists burned the House of Trade Unions in Odessa, killing 39 people, including women and children. After lighting the building on fire, fascists surrounded the House of Trade Unions and used weapons to beat and kill those attempting to escape the fiery inferno. In 2015, historian Eric Zeus states, Andrei Perebai, a co-founder of the Socialist Nationalist Party of Ukraine, which the CIA renamed the Freedom Party, or also known as Swoboda, in order to hide its origin as Ukraine's Nazi Party, announced on Sunday, February 15th, that he'll be seeking weapons from the U.S. He had started, but the CIA named, Ukraine's anti-terrorist operation, which has been trying to exterminate the residents in Ukraine's Donbass region, Ukraine's separatist region. Perabai's announcement said, next week I'm off to the United States to speak about this very subject, of getting Washington to supply the weapons necessary to finish that job. End quote. Even with this, Washington's support for the Ukrainian fascists still was not questioned but continued furthering to aid in attacks upon those resistant to accept fascism in the Ukraine. In 2018, Editor-in-Chief of People's World reported regarding the Ukrainian suppression of worker activists by fascists, quote, Swoboda, which is connected to the Social Nationalist Party of the Ukraine, a well-known pro-Nazi party, claimed the communists were harboring illegal activities, including passing out postcards in celebration of the May 9, 1945 Allied victory over fascism and planning illegal pro-worker demonstrations on May Day next week. While those activities have indeed been declared illegal by the Ukrainian government, the use of fascist symbols and flags, fascist marches, and the construction of memorials honoring Nazis are all entirely legal now in that country." End quote. We can see that the USA has historically taken a role in supporting fascism in the Ukraine, which has proven destructive and deadly to political dissidents who oppose fascism and are working to build a free Ukraine. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe to the channel.